The year was 2008. The world's economy was in freefall. Banks were collapsing. Old car companies in Detroit were begging for help. A small, ambitious electric car company in California was about to die. This company was Tesla. Its leader, Elon Musk, watched his dream burn. He had put all his money into the company. He had nothing left. The company had payroll to make. It had bills to pay. There was no money in the bank. They were just days, then hours, then minutes away from having zero. It was the moment of truth for a company that promised to change the world, but couldn't even pay its own people. This is a tale of risk, belief, and the incredible fight for an idea that cars could be electric and better. Elon Musk stood in the middle of his factory floor. He knew the clock was ticking. The last possible investor was on the phone. The deal was not certain. The crisis did not happen overnight. It was a slow, painful bleed that began in 2007 and reached a critical point in 2008. The first Tesla car, the Roadster, was a beautiful machine. But it was incredibly difficult to build, late and over budget. Originally, it was supposed to cost about $60,000 to build, but real cost neared $140,000. Yet Tesla sold it for under $100,000. Each car lost money. This was not a sustainable business. The global financial crisis hit. Big investors were scared, losing money everywhere. Musk had invested his fortune and borrowed from friends just to keep the lights on. By fall, Tesla delivered a few Roadsters, but the burn rate was brutal. The bank account was nearly empty.
We have two options. Either I can take all the money I have left and we can put it in the company, or we can close our doors.
On Christmas Eve, Tesla was hours away from bankruptcy. They needed to close a new funding round. Investors hesitated. Musk argued the future and the tech were real. This was the last chance. A crucial $40 million arrived just before cutoff. Tesla survived by the skin of its teeth. This essay maps the journey from the brink to becoming an icon. The final moments were intense, and the stakes could not have been higher. The Tesla Roadster was the car that started it all, and almost ended it all. A high-stakes gamble to prove electric cars could be cool, fast, exciting, desirable. A Lotus-based sports car doing 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, faster than many gas rivals. Technological marvel, business nightmare, endless problems, overheating packs, broken transmissions, rising costs. Elon said, "We were a bunch of idiots. We didn't know what we were doing." But it got people talking. It captured imaginations. It became a status symbol. Only about 2,450 sold, not mass market, proof of concept. Step 1. High price, low volume Roadster. Step 2. Model S. Step 3. Model 3. The future rested on the Model S, a ground-up luxury sedan to take on BMW and Mercedes. It had to be safe, reliable, and practical. A reinvention, massive underfloor battery, a frunk, and software-forward design. Unveiled in 2012, stunning reviews, Motor Trend's unanimous car of the year. A masterpiece. Sales climbed. Q1 2013. First profitable quarter as a public company, about $11 million. Two lifelines. Daimler's $50 million investment in 2009 for nearly 10%. Validation money. Then a $465 million DOE loan. Bridge from Roadster to Model S mass production. Tesla paid it back in 2013, 9 years early. A powerful answer to critics. To build millions of affordable EVs, Tesla needed millions of cheaper batteries. The Gigafactory, a radical, colossal machine to build the batteries that power the machine. Bring the process under one roof. Cut cost per kilowatt hour by more than 30%. Construction began in 2014. One of the largest footprints on Earth. Ambition made concrete. As lines came online, battery costs fell. Strategic weapons secured Tesla's future. The affordable, high-volume Model 3 drew hundreds of thousands of deposits. Demand was incredible. But a hyper-automated plan was too ambitious. Robots stalled. Lines broke. Only a few hundred per week. Target 5,000. Cash burned. Analysts predicted bankruptcy. I was in the factory 24/7. He called it the most difficult period of his career. They ripped out complexity, returned to human hands, simplified the flow. They built a new assembly line in a giant tent. Fast. Last week of June, over 5,000 Model 3s produced. They escaped production hell. It had been brutal, costly, exhausting, but the company survived and could finally scale a mass-market EV. A feat many thought was impossible. From proof to product to production, Tesla crossed the chasm. After production hell, Tesla produced and delivered Model 3 at scale. Revenue flowed, profits became regular. For years, investors split into believers and short-selling doubters. The market realized Tesla was a tech company that made cars. The stock began to soar. Short sellers lost billions. In 2020, the stock jumped over 700%. December 2020, Tesla joined the S&P 500. Larger than Toyota, Volkswagen, Ford, Tesla became a Wall Street icon. 10 minutes from bankruptcy to one of the most valuable companies in the world. The story is more than a case study. It is a lesson in resilience. Breakthrough paths are messy, chaotic, painful, often terrifying, filled with near failures. Tesla faced death multiple times and found a way to survive each time. Musk's relentless drive, personal risk, and refusal to accept failure were critical and inspiring. He lived in the factory, solved problems on the line, and rallied people to endure hardship. As he said, "If something is important enough, you should try, even if the probable outcome is failure." People didn't just buy a car, they bought into a mission to accelerate sustainable energy. Ultimately, unwavering belief turned crisis into comeback. True icons are forged in the fires of crisis.